Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a new episode of What We're. I am here with my friend Chris Fetterman. How are you doing today?
Doing good.
Buddy, doing good?
Doing good.
It's a bit late today.
Yeah.
It's late for what we usually shoot at.
We were busy today.
It was a pretty busy day.
Yeah.
Would you care to tell the audience why we were being busy today? Sounds kind of gay. We were busy.
We want to make it intriguing for the audience.
Yeah?
But we were filming something in the sketch.
Uh-huh.
Okay, it's not intriguing at all.
No, not really.
We just told them what we were doing.
Yeah. Yeah, but they don't know what it's about, though.
All right, yeah. We're making a video. It's a sketch. And there's not really one theme. It just keeps moving from one theme to another. But it has to do with the 18th of September.
Yeah. Did you like it? Like, after if you take a step back and get like a wide and like appreciation, do you think it's gonna work? Do you think it's funny?
Sketch? We'll see. Because when people see the sketch, they'll tell us if they like it or not.
Yeah.
I had fun
Yeah.
filming. We laughed a lot.
Are you satisfied with the final product? Well, you haven't seen the final product yet. Still got to edit.
I can always tell if I laugh a lot when I'm filming. That's usually a good sign. And I feel like we laughed a good deal.
Yeah. Does that happen to you often? Because, for example, I remember for a while there, a long time ago though, this is like 3 or 4 years. I remember that I would put up a video and I would be like, this video kind of sucks, you know? And then people would be like, whoa, yeah, man, awesome video.
Sure.
You know? And then I do another video like, yeah, this one's really fucking good. I love it. And people are like, yeah, it was okay. You know?
Yeah, that's the thing.
You know, so has that happened to you ever? Like
Of
that
course.
kind of, what do you call it? Like dysphoria? It's not dysphoria though.
Yeah. You expect one thing, not dysphoria. What was it? Dysfunction.
Dysfunction, there you go.
Is that it?
Yeah, no,
You expect
I
one
think
thing.
not.
Nah, I don't fucking. Goddamn, what's the
Who
word?
cares? Yeah, but people understand.
You
what
never
we're
know.
getting at.
You never know how someone's gonna react. But usually, I don't know. Like when I'm enjoying myself and I'm making the video, and there's sort of improvised jokes, especially for Instagram. People like Instagram to be kind of loose and improvised and weird.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's like a serious. You did a YouTube series, right? So it wasn't as improvised. I'm assuming it's more script.
Yeah, that was like more script heavy and shit. There was a lot of improvisation though. A lot of improv because we had no money doing it. So I remember, for example, there was this one scene. Shit, I always talk about the same scene. It's just that I don't know if I want. I don't know if I feel comfortable talking about like all the little things about it. But I remember this one time we had to shoot. So there was a scene where there was a guy that had to sell dolls, right? And they were dolls like modeled after YouTubers, like Chilean YouTubers, female YouTubers.
Okay.
So the guy that was gonna be like the salesperson,
Okay.
and like this, it's like these people that sell like on the street, right? It wasn't like an actual store.
Yeah.
Just like this guy, the one que gritan así, yeah, la muñeca, you know?
Okay.
So there was this guy, and the guy that was gonna do it, he backed off like in the last second.
Piece of shit.
Yeah, he was like, "No, man, I can't do it." I'm like, "Really, man? Like, are you fucking kidding me?"
God damn it.
Yeah, he was like, "No, man, I can't do it. Like, I'm fucking scared. Like, I don't know. I just
'cause
don't
he's
feel
scared.
comfortable."
All
Yeah,
right.
he didn't feel comfortable with the camera. He thought that he was gonna be able to pull it off, but then when he saw us like with the camera and the fucking mics and all that, he was like, he got like cold feet.
No way.
So I was like, "Damn, what the fuck are we gonna do?" And it was really hard for us to shoot because since there was no money involved or anything, everybody that showed up was, you know, just for being a nice guy.
Okay.
So sometimes I would ask somebody, "Are you available today?" "No, man, I got to work," you know, and I can't tell them like, "Well, don't go to work."
It's
and
such
come
a
here.
cunt to get people to show up if there's no pay.
Yeah, it's a fucking cunt, right?
It's such a cunt.
Yeah. So yeah, I couldn't tell the people like, "Okay, just skip work and come here, you know, and work for free for me." I can't do that. So every time that I was able to put people together, it was a miracle already.
Yeah.
So when this guy says that, I'm like, oh, God damn it. You know, what the fuck am I going to do? Because without the guy, he was a pivotal part of the scene, even though it doesn't sound like it. And I thought, fuck, so what? I'm going to have to tell all these people to go home and then like try to reschedule it again, which is already a pain in the ass. Mm-hmm. And then while we were standing there, I was filming with Panchoso. Do you know him? He used to have like a YouTube channel like back in the day, and now he's like a bit off the grid. He still does shit, but he works like he actually works now. Like he has like
he has a normal job now.
He has a normal job now.
Oh no!
You know, no, but it's a really well paid job.
Oh, okay.
And he does really well, and he really likes it.
But his job is like having to do with videos.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's
So
great.
yeah, it's just that he's not in front of the camera anymore as much as he used to.
Dude, I want to do that. To be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you
I want to be
that?
like a director, producer, or something like that.
Yeah.
Dude, the
It's
pressure
more fun.
of acting is tough, man. But
Uh-huh.
I like the pressure of putting pressure on other people, being like, "Hey, fucking do it this way."
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
more fun.
Yeah, it's more fun to boss people around.
Yes.
So, however, he did make a lot of videos for like 5 years. I don't know, like between 2012 and I don't know exactly like the actual span of time. So
Cool.
the thing is that he was there with us because he was helping me out with it. And
Okay.
then suddenly a guy, he's like, "Oh, are you Panchoso?" "Yeah." "Oh man, I used to love your videos, man. Oh, can I take a picture?" "Yeah."
Cool.
And then a friend of mine who was like the art director, he's like, "This is it." And he's like, "Hey, you like Panchoso, right?" "Yeah." "Well, how would you feel about helping out Panchoso right now at this dire moment?" You know? And he's like, "Why?" He's like, "Look, we need you to do this." And then we gave him all the shit, and he played the fucking doll salesperson.
No way.
I swear to God, we kind of forced him to do that.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. It was like, "Yeah, so you said hi to Pancho." "Yeah, then you got to help him out, man. Come on." You know?
That's awesome. What
So,
if we
yeah.
told you Panchoso has a terminal illness? And the only way you can help him.
is to act right now. That's this really stupid ass part.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the way we pulled it off.
That's dope. Mm-hmm. Whatever it takes. Whatever it fucking takes
Whatever
to make
it
the
fucking
video,
takes,
man.
right?
Whatever it takes.
Yeah. So I remember with that, I thought, yeah, a lot of people are gonna like it, and I thought a lot of people are gonna hate it as well, and that's exactly what happened.
Really?
Yeah. So a lot of people like loved it, and a lot of people fucking couldn't stand it and found it like
was
the
the-
worst shit ever.
It was the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, like really divided now, but it's not, my shit was not like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood at all. But
Okay, I know. I'm just saying. It was divisive.
it was divisive.
So it was-
Yeah, there was no like, yeah, it was all right. No, it was like, oh, I love it, or fuck, I can't stand it.
Okay.
You know, it's cringe.
All right.
So so I kind of thought that was how it was gonna go down, and that's the way it went down.
Yeah.
So, but my question went more to the fact of, are you able to tell now? Like right now, do you know, like, yeah, this is the type of video that my people are gonna like?
I think so.
Yeah? You already found like that sweet spot?
What's worked well is like my Gringo Flight character.
Gringo Flight.
Where I switch characters. Where I'm like very gringo, and then I'm like,
Oye, ¿qué te pasa con Shotumare? Yo te gringo flight, te cuento la cosa.
I don't know if that's exactly flight, but I'm dressed in Colo Colo, and I have like,
Colo Colo.
but I'm drinking a Starbucks.
Okay.
And but then my character switches, and I'm a normal gringo.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, I got to talk to my mom over Skype, you know. And that switch of character seems to work really well for Instagram people like
Yeah.
that. And
So,
so
do you think that the Instagram audience is different from the YouTube audience?
it's totally different. The way you have the Instagram video, the way you make a good one. I don't know if it's just in Chile or if it's like in YouTube also. The less effects, the better. The less you try in Instagram, the more it's just like, hey guys, what's up? It's Instagram Live. I'm taking a dump right now. And people love that. I don't
Like the spontaneity of it.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
all about...
You think if it's overproduced, it doesn't work as well?
people, dude, and I see people post videos on Instagram and they try so hard.
Yeah.
And it feel bad because they spend time putting effects and extra layers and like, shoot, man, you see groups of people like putting a sketch where there's shit appearing in the video. Mm-hmm. A YouTube video is not an Instagram video. You
Yeah.
don't need to throw in like weird sounds and images and shit like that. Just put the person.
Yeah. You think Instagram is more about the person behind it more than the product?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually a valid point, I think, because I kind of feel that has happened with me a little bit.
You need minimal stimulation on Instagram because there's already so much shit on that application. I've realized.
Uh-huh.
You're scrolling through. You're getting so many images per second of stuff, of just
Girls.
people just vomiting ass.
Yeah.
Just ass. All of a sudden, oh, video, ass.
Yeah.
And it already feels like there's enough stimulation during the day. I feel like now, just in studying this, because I'll watch videos that get a lot of views, you know, maybe half an hour a day. I'll just like study
You do study it.
a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I find myself studying like videos too.
And it's fun to be like, I'm not just watching, I'm studying.
Yeah. It's work.
Yeah, this is work.
This
That's
is
why
work.
I'm just sitting on the toilet for like an hour here. But as you're scrolling through it, you already get so much stimulation and comments and everything. There's so much there that when a video is simple, you gravitate towards it. You know, you don't need like the here we are today, guys. Here's my intro, and like on YouTube, and then you have the introduction. Instagram is just bang. You're in the middle of something, and then the description is whatever the pretext that you need is in the description.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
it's like
that's interesting. Yeah, it's true. It's true, actually.
yeah, it's always like text going to the mall when you're going to the mall with your friends. ... And then
Yeah.
here's your sketch. There's no titles in the sketch. It's just fucking people walking to the mall and I don't know. Imagine
some shit happens.
Yeah. Then like, oh, I found my friend, but my friend doesn't know my friend. Oh, it's kind of awkward. Are we gonna get stuff together? Joke. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it's always a really simple text. Boom, the sketch is already happening. You're in the middle of the sketch.
Yeah.
The middle of whatever is occurring.
Yeah, it's an interesting point because I feel that YouTube is more like for you to sit down and fucking watch something, sort of.
Yeah.
I don't know if you see it the same way, but yeah, YouTube is like, oh, this new video came out and it's 15 minutes. You know, I'll watch it mientras tomo once, you know, or I'll watch it. I don't know. I'll lay down and watch this shit. While as Instagram is more like, since you're here, oh, okay, might as well, you know, consume this product.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. So, how do you feel about trying new shit out?
I feel like Instagram is a good place to do that.
Yeah?
To try weird styles.
Do you fear change? Wayne's World. We fear change.
I fear climate change. I'll tell you that.
I'll tell you that.
Those
yeah, we all
polar
do.
bears.
Yeah.
No, in all seriousness, that kind of change. But it's always evolving. And you see people like pissed off that Instagram is so low budget and so lame.
Uh-huh.
And like, how the fuck, you know, it's just like
How the fuck does this guy
ranty,
get so
just like standing in front, like
of course.
like eating an insect, and then suddenly this is millions of views,
Mm-hmm.
and it's nonsense. And even in the days of YouTube, has entertainment not gone so simple, right?
Yeah.
Never has it been like so simple that it's just like, oh, I can be a person in front of my cell phone and not have a single fucking equipment. It's just me and my cell phone, and you can become famous like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's nuts.
It's kind of like what YouTube offered at the beginning. You know, because at the beginning, remember that the slogan or motto or whatever of YouTube was broadcast yourself.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and now that's not the title anymore, or the subtitle or whatever. Now it's just YouTube.
Now, if like you want to make it on YouTube, you need to really work your ass off and produce good shit.
And produce good shit. It's just that it's so hard to compete with everybody on YouTube. Like, especially if you look at like gringo YouTubers, like those fucking guys have production value off the ass, man.
Oh, it's nuts.
It's nuts. Like
Yeah.
I've seen videos. You ever seen JonTron?
JonTron?
Uh-huh.
No.
Oh man, you should watch him. He only puts out like 2 videos a month or something, but he has millions of subscribers, and man, they're like watching a fucking movie.
That's cool.
They're crazy ass produced, man. Fucking production value up the fucking ass. Yeah, there's one of the last ones I've seen, because like I said, he only pulls out like 2 a month, and maybe one is like, yeah, I'm not interested in watching that. There was this one that he did. He lives in New York, and he went to the MoMA, the museum, and he bought a fucking $2,000 gnome, and then he made like an exhibition of it on the MoMA just to try to see what the fucking people were gonna do. He was just fucking around with people, so he put like little gnomes and dwarfs everywhere.
Okay.
And he had this big ass $2,000 gnome like right at the middle.
Okay.
And he would tape people, you know, like pretending to look all interested, like, this is really artsy, you know. But you know, like he bought a $2,000 fucking gnome for a fucking YouTube video.
That's insane.
You know, it's insane.
Oh man.
And that would never happen on Instagram.
Yeah. No,
You
Instagram
know?
is. I'm walking through this other person, you know, whatever. You're doing your normal day, and you find a dumb joke that is relatable on a very basic level.
But regarding trying out new shit, are you open to that? Because I ask you because I see a lot of people in YouTube and also on Instagram and many places where they just stick to what is tried and true, and they're afraid of trying something out because I've noticed, I don't think it's only Instagram or YouTube. I think the internet in general kind of gets pissed off when you veer into like unseen or unforeseen directions.
Yeah.
They'll be like, yeah, man, your channel isn't supposed to be about this shit. You know, that's not what I subscribe for.
You wonder, like, what happens if the guys from Monty Python, right?
Yeah.
Were alive today?
Yeah.
What kind of
shit would
fucking
they
Instagram
do?
videos and YouTube videos would they make, man?
Yeah,
That's.
exactly.
I think we should all strive for Monty Python. But it's so brilliant what they made. And
Yeah.
how like it's always a joke within a joke within a
Within
joke.
a joke, within a joke.
And it's changing perspectives and angles. And they did that fucking in the 60s.
In the 60s.
And now we struggle to do that now in
It's crazy.
2019. How did we forget that, you know?
It's just that, do you think that Monty Python would be like a product that people would, you know, consume today? I kind of think not.
Yeah? You think it would just die?
I mean, I think it would.
Those guys would
people
just become accountants?
Yeah. Like people will watch it and be like, yeah, this is gay.
Yeah,
you know?
maybe.
I kind of think so. I don't know. But I mean, that's why I was coming back to that question. Like, are you afraid of like trying out new shit like that? Do you try to like just stick to what is tried and true, or are you like?
I always try
I'm
to
gonna
change
do-
something different and not repeat the same. I get bored, man. I get bored if I did the same fucking video.
See, that's the point. Like, imagine these people that actually make a living off fucking YouTube or whatever, and they have to.
No, they don't get bored. What they have is they're really competitive. That all those people who are common big-time YouTubers and big-time Instagrammers are competitive as fuck. And their drive for being competitive overrides the thing in their brain that says, hey, maybe I'm repeating myself.
Yeah.
It says, no, fuck it. Make the video, it's views. Make the video, it's views.
Yeah.
And fuck, they do. I don't know. I mean, I do watch like Logan Paul.
Okay.
Dude, he's good. Logan Paul's actually pretty fucking good.
Okay.
He's a clever fuck. And I guess the format is repeated, but he's really good at what he does.
Do you think he hates it though?
I think he's always in it. He's always working. He's in his fucking Uber and he's working on his computer. You know, he's never.
But I mean,
not
like for example, I don't know, like Jerry Lewis, for example, years and years ago, Jerry Lewis and what was this other fucking fat guy's name? They would be like on set. They would be like, yeah, the best of friends. And they hated each other in real life.
Okay.
They couldn't stand each other, and they were both like getting really pissed off of being like, you know, that type of character, you know, the wacky sidekick.
Well, even like Wayne's World, sorry, like Garth and Mike Myers and Dana Carvey hated each other.
Yeah, they hated each other.
They still do now.
They still do now? I didn't know that.
Yeah, they produced 2 movies, but they hate each other for both those movies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they did it anyway, and they make great movies.
But see, for example, Mike Myers, he has tried a lot of different shit, and Dana Carvey has too.
Yeah.
Dana Carvey has done really bad shit. You know, like The Master of Disguise. Did you ever see that movie?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Holy fuck.
Mike Myers has done bad stuff, too.
Yeah, The Love Guru.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
But you see, I think that it's respectable that the fact that they try shit out, you know? Like, at least you'd be like, because I feel, like I said, I don't know what's your take on it, but I feel that a lot of people are like, yeah, I'll just stick to this.
The thing is, you go to Instagram for comfort. Right? You have your long, busy day. I'm just speaking to like people go to Instagram. When they go to Instagram, they're looking for a level of not like I'm going to venture into new territories. They're looking for, fuck, I just had a long day. I want easy gratification to alleviate my pain. So give me something simple that's easy to consume. Show me a kitten. Show me a kitten. Show me a fucking kitten.
Yeah.
And put a little joke behind it.
I think that the way to do it, to do that kind of shit, is that you have to be big enough. I remember once I was watching an interview. Who the fuck was it? I think it was the guy from System of a Down. Serge Tarkin, whatever I don't know how to pronounce his name. Serge Tarkin.
There's empty walls.
Yeah, okay. So he has System of a Down, right?
Yeah.
And he also sings as a soloist.
Yeah.
As Serge Tarkin. And I remember once that they were asking him, and they were like, but your band is so big, you know, like, do you really need to pull off like a solo act? Like, do you actually need it? Like, why do you do it? And he's like, yeah, well, System of a Down is my job. And Serge Tarkin is like what I want to do. That's like, cool. And sometimes there are many songs that they sound
similar.
just like, yeah,
they
exactly.
Sound
they sound so similar. That's what I was getting at, you know? I was like, but why does it sound so the fucking same then?
Yeah, in hearing that, it's the exact same thing, man.
Yeah. You know, it was like Blink-182 and Boxcar Racer.
Or Plus 44.
Plus 44, yeah.
It's the same fucking band.
It's the same fucking thing, you know? Which is this other one? Faith No More and Mr. Bungle. Those are really different, though. Okay. Mondo Kane. Right? So, but Mike Patton can pull off that shit. Right? He can be like, yeah, I'm going to try this out. I won't do it on my big band because it might piss people off, but I'm big enough that I can go and try this side shit, and if it works out, cool, and if not, then fuck it.
Okay.
You know, which is what I feel is this kind of podcast too. Like if I put this in QLS, there will be people like, yeah, no, this isn't what we're here for, buddy. You know, like get the fuck out.
Then you already did put it in QLS.
I did it once, like the first one, just to kind of catch like what people would think about it.
Keep doing it, please.
No, I can't.
We need them.
No, because what happens is that, like I said, my content is like really different from this.
Oh, true.
So imagine I would put off once a week something that not many people see. And they would be like, yeah, we're subscribed to your shit, and all I get is your fucking podcast, man. Like, fuck you.
That's cool. That's cool.
You know? So I think that would be, I think that's the way to go. Like, if you really want to venture into, like, unknown territory or uncharted lands or
Make
whatever.
It unrelated to what you usually
do. But it's hard to do it because you still have to have, like, a name for yourself to actually pull it off. You know? Like, I don't see a guy, a fucking 1,000 subscribers and be like, oh, check out my other project. You know? Like, it's, where I have 100.
The thing of like the projects for Instagrammers is always like, hey, here's a hot chick. Like here, she's naked all the time in her pictures.
Yeah.
And she's always like, check out my other project. It's like, oh, she's also naked in other pictures on a different profile. Like, it's the same thing.
It's the same thing. Yeah. It's hard.
I mean, how it's like venturing into different projects. I don't know. But like the thing that I like is sketch comedy. Like good quality sketches. So I want to fit in a universe of Instagram videos, but do sketches that in some ways parody the Instagrammer. Like, how can you... And maybe with the new video, we did that. Maybe we did that with the new video.
Did that.
We'll see.
So when you study your videos, like, you know how you said that sometimes you're in the toilet and you're not actually just watching random shit, you're studying. What is it that you take into account? Because, for example, what I do lately, what I find myself doing, I don't even notice it, and I'm sometimes like, why am I watching this fucking bullshit? And what I do is that I watch a lot of shit that I don't like.
But gets views.
But no, not necessarily.
Okay.
So sometimes I'll watch it and I'll be like, why is this so unsuccessful?
Oh, sure.
You know, I'll be like, okay, so what is this fucking guy failing at so I don't fail that same way?
Yeah, that's fun, too.
Is that the way you do it? Or do you watch shit and be like, yeah, this is what I should do?
Like you watch somebody who's made a lot of videos but is still unpopular? Is that what? Yeah, I do that sometimes. The same people that are like, let's do a video together. I'm like, maybe next week.
Yeah. But I mean, is that your go-to? Or are you? Because I don't know. I think I tend to center towards the bad stuff, or at least what I find is bad.
Because you're the criticus culiese, man. You like to criticize shit.
I guess so. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's
that's
ingrained.
Your inner core of
Yeah. No, but I watch a lot of shit, and I'm like, okay, so what is this guy? Why is this shit not working? You know, and then I'll try to break it down. I'll be like, okay, it's boring because of this and that. So my question is, do you do the same thing, or do you watch like unpopular people and be like, yeah, okay, now I get it why this guy doesn't work. Hopefully I will never fall into that. Or do you watch people that are like really successful and be like, I could learn from him?
I try to watch people who are more successful.
Yeah?
Like Lulo Benz.
I don't know who that is.
It's this girl who's like Venezuelan and lives in the United States in Los Angeles.
Okay.
And she gets ridiculous amount of views. She's super hot. All right, that's part of it. And her sketches are very simple. It's always like, when you go to a party and you're single and your friends all have boyfriends and girlfriends. Everyone else has pareja and you're single.
Okay.
And it's like two people are dancing,
making out,
making out, and then the camera slowly moves over and she's like grinding. She's moving her ass on like a pole by herself, and she looks lonely.
Okay.
And that's like 30 million views.
Really? But she's super hot, though.
But she's super hot. But
she would never be grinding on some lonely ass pole.
Of course not. Yeah. But it's that kind of style of like very simplistic, you know. Or I watched another guy, King Bach.
King Bach. Okay, I don't know him either.
King and then BACH.
Okay.
It's this black dude who like plays it up fully, and yeah, he lives in Los Angeles too, and his skits are always skits. It's always super simple. Like when a girl asks you to look at pictures of her dog, and he's like standing next to this girl, she's looking at pictures of, and all of a sudden, for 1 second, as she's rolling at pictures of her dog, it shows a picture of her. She's a picture of herself, like in a bikini. And it shows him looking, and it like slow motions of her in the bikini. And it plays like popular music, you know, like doom 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 doom. And then it shows her being like, "You like my dog, right?" And he's like, "Yeah." And then it turns around, and looks at the camera, and he's like, "Oh."
Yeah, all right.
And it's real simple. Yeah, dude, King Bach is funny, and there's a lot of people like imitating these types of videos, but they're too generic. The imitators.
What do you think that makes these people like so successful, or whatever?
King Bach, it's like they figured out exactly what's the note to play that everyone likes right now. You know, on Instagram, that he has like a million. He can produce a sketch like that, you know, 6 times a week. If you can get that simple type of humor, of like, oh, when you're the only guy at when you go to a
when
date,
your girlfriend's a vegetarian.
When 4 girls invite you out, you know, and he's with 4 girls, and he's all excited, like, yeah. And all of a sudden the girls start being like, talking to each other about like, I don't know, who knows what.
Makeup or whatever.
But about things that are typically what we consider more
Women.
feminine.
Yeah.
And he looks at the camera and just like, no. And then, you know, he's like very lonely, and the music plays and it zooms in his face. Stupid simple. But you watch and you go, that's pretty funny. It makes you chuckle. And he's fucking mastered that of like the 15-second skit. like the Vines were really popular 5 years ago. Where
Yeah, Vines were popular.
the 7-second skit. Now it's like the big time Instagrammers. It's the 15 to 30-second skit. No props, nothing like magical. It's just something that's relatable, bang, and a joke,
fast.
and music and fast. And
Yeah.
that captures people's attention, like stupid.
So then when you study, then you tend to gravitate towards the more successful people. Whereas
Yeah.
I tend to look more at the people that aren't making it.
That suck, and you go, yeah, they suck.
Yeah, they fucking suck. No, I don't know if I look at it like that. I think I'm just a bit like, I think I'm too self-conscious or I think I'm too scared to fuck it up, sort of. So I kind of watch it and be like, yeah, that's what I don't have to do. You know, like I don't know if that's healthy or anything, but
Yeah.
you know, but that's what I tend to enjoy that more.
But then you can watch people who are successful and bad, you know?
Yeah,
And they're still
like
successful
Doblao.
anyway. Doblao?
Yeah, do you like him?
I don't know. I mean, it's pretty lame, but
It's pretty lame.
I don't know. I mean, I can understand why people watch it.
Really, I can't.
It's like, okay, put Forrest Gump, dub it with Chilean Spanish. Mm-hmm. Automatic gold. Like,
Automatic gold.
Okay, we watched Forrest Gump. Now imagine if it's something unrelated and it's Chilean Spanish.
And
And
it's
they're
Chilean
talking about
Spanish.
something not what you would expect. It's, I don't know, it's like, it's shit that people eat up. People eat that shit up.
Yeah. What about LAF?
Which one's that?
It's LAF.
No, I've never
LAF
seen it.
Producciones. It's like a girl. It's a girl with her boyfriend, and she kind of looks like Germán Garmendia. You know that guy, right?
Of course.
Yeah. So, and it's also like I remember when they were like really big, like a couple of years ago. They made porn videos, but porn, quote unquote. It would be like porn for vegetarians, and they would show like I don't know her making like a huge ass salad and being like, you know, or like you know like
Okay.
that kind of stupid shit, you know.
Yeah.
Porn for mathematicians, and you know the mom would be like, hey, could you change these dimes into fucking dollars or whatever? She'd be like, yeah, you know, like
Oh, no.
yeah, it was pretty gay.
Dude, I've seen an Instagram page. I don't know the name, but it's like videos that are real porn videos.
Okay.
But they put like a guy's like playing arcade machine.
Oh,
and
those
he's having sex.
yeah, the not safe for work.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's great.
NSFW, it's called.
Okay,
Yeah,
those are hilarious, man.
Yeah, not safe for work. Yeah, there's like a girl and she'll be like, you know, rubbing on her clit, but it's actually like a fucking disc jockey.
Yeah.
Machine,
That's
yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah. A guy
And-
playing arcade.
And
Yeah.
the semen is like Skittles or something.
Have you seen? You know what Instagram page I found recently? Somebody sent it to me. It's called Kids Getting Hurt.
Oh no.
Have you seen it?
No.
You have to watch it, man. Anybody that's listening, look on Instagram. Kids Getting Hurt. It's just kids getting hurt. You know.
Like really hurt?
Yeah, I mean they're not like you know deformed for life or
And it's
anything.
like MTV Scarred? Or it's like that time that my eye fell out of its socket.
Okay.
It's a show on MTV. It's called Scarred.
Scarred. I never saw it.
Oh, dude, the show is like designed to freak you out. It's just people being like, okay, MTV, so one time I was hanging out with my friend and I decided it'd be cool because I was drunk that I'd do a half wheelie. And yeah, at one point my kneecap came out and there's video of it. It's fucked up.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's just to freak you out.
Really?
This show is fucked up, man. I don't know why they made that. Like we gravitate towards what's horrible. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, Kids Getting Hurt is an Instagram page where kids get hurt, but it's nothing like oh that kid didn't survive. You know, it's kind of like cute.
Okay, but
in
they
the end.
okay.
It is kids getting hurt.
It's like Charlie bit my finger.
Yeah, you know, like shit like that. Like there's the first one I saw, there were like these kids in a Power Wheels, and they were driving, you know, and they were like, oh, look at mommy, and they were like driving like two kids, and then they just went straight into a fucking fence, and then they hit their head, and then they go and the kid starts, and they cut it. You know, like that cut is so funny.
Oh, it's like tarro.
what is tarro?
Like tarro.
Ah, yeah,
tarro,
the kind.
tarro,
Okay, and the
tarro.
bicycle. Yeah, you know, it's like those kind of hurts. You know,
Those
It's
are
not-
fun ones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
They're not like actual injuries. Like, oh, you know, like my kid dislocated his arm. No, it's just like you know, kids running and falling.
Su
And,
hueso, ¿dónde está?
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh God, why am I watching this?
yeah, yeah. So you should watch it. Kids Getting Hurt. It's really funny, man. There's a lot of ones.
That's good. All right.
Fucking kids getting hurt. And there's this one video where so you can send
America's funniest home videos.
Yeah, sort of like that. Sort of like that. Like
Okay.
America's Homes, like what they had here was called Video Loco.
Okay.
You know, there was like a version of America's Funniest Home Videos without Bob Saget, though.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, thank God. So there was this one video. I think it's the same one of these kids in the Power Wheels and they're driving. So they crash and they start wailing, and dad says, "Oh, kid's getting hurt," because you can send your submissions.
He looks at the camera.
Yeah,
kids getting hurt.
Yeah,
this one better go on. This one goes on the Instagram.
Yeah, because you can send them to him. Like whatever submissions on the DM. So the guy is so funny.
The dad must have set this up.
It's funny because before the guy actually goes and sees if his kids are okay, before that he says, "Kid's getting hurt." It's awesome, man.
That's awesome.
Have you seen another Instagram page? Something like, I don't remember what it's called. Something like nature hurts, nature kills, something like that. And it's like still shots of, I don't know, like an alligator with a fucking deer. It's like just a picture, but it's like, fuck.
That's cool.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I think
the
everybody
name.
needs a little bit of that.
A little bit of that, right?
A cheetah chasing down an antelope.
Yeah. It's
before
like
you get in the metro.
Shit like that, yeah.
Like, you know what? You got to push your way in this fucking metro at 6 o'clock in the afternoon. And if you just wait, you're not going to get on.
No.
So, you know what? You know what happens in nature? Like, that spider fucking traps its prey and destroys it. So
and
you better push
it.
yourself on the metro, you piece of shit. Because that's the way it works.
That's the way it fucking works.
It's not fair. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Welcome to the universe, bitch.
Welcome to the universe. Yo, so we should go for a quick pause right now.
Yeah.
And then we'll come back with more What Wea. And we are back with more What Wea. How was that bathroom break, buddy?
It was
Did
good.
you enjoy it?
I urinized.
You urinized.
Yep.
Stood at the urinal. Is it urinal or urinal?
It's urinal.
It's urinal, right?
It's definitely urinal.
I've heard Brit people say urinal.
Is that the urinal?
Yeah.
That sounds terrible.
Actually, yeah, I heard it in a song, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so sometimes when it's songs, like you can fuck around like with the pronunciation a little bit.
Okay.
Just to make it fit like with the rhythm or whatever.
Yeah, no, I've never heard urinal before.
Yeah, it's always urinal.
Because it sounds like your anus or something.
Yeah,
like
your anus.
Urinal.
Urinal.
It doesn't know. I don't know what anal is, but it sounds like.
It sounds dirty.
Yeah, your nether regions.
Yeah, there you go. So, what we were going to talk about today was relationships.
Yeah.
Relationships as a whole fall apart over time and
Between
break down.
the United States and Chile, comparing relationships.
Comparing relationships. So, first question: have you had Chilean girlfriends?
Yes. I've had 2 Chilean girlfriends, and then micro relationships is what they call them. What else do you call them?
Micro relationship.
I know it sounds so lame, man, but
It's like what we call andando.
Andando.
Okay.
I've had many of those. Yeah.
Okay.
Like between 2 and 4 months. But between like a month and 4 months.
4 months, I think, is pololeo, yeah, or no? Like to me, andando is like 2 weeks, tops a month.
When do women expect to be considered pololas? I've always been real bad at
Don't they have to ask you, or don't you have to ask them?
Yeah, but I get there's a girl I'm dating right now, all right, and it's become like a point of the relationship that she clearly wants a serious relationship. She clearly wants it.
Why?
I don't fucking know.
You should listen. You should just sit her down and be like, "Why?"
I don't.
Don't ask her anything. Just be like, "Why?"
No, I could ask her. I'm gonna have to do it probably pretty soon. Maybe tonight. Right after this, man.
Right after this, you're gonna go break up.
I gotta talk to the judge. And maybe, I don't know, man. 50-50 as to if this lasts or not. I'll tell you next episode. Tune in to
how it went. Tune in.
The travesty of my life.
Of your love life. So, yeah, to me, andando, I remember when I was a kid that I would be andando with somebody. When I was a kid, like 13, 14, 15 years old. And then, yeah, it would be like, you really like this girl or boy, whatever. In my case, girl. And you'd be like, yeah, I really like her. And then you make out. And then you'd hang out a little bit. But then you notice that you're, not really compatible at all. And then it would just kind of, die off, on its own accord.
Okay.
Whereas un pololeo is, serious. It's like, mi polola.
That's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's more commitment. And so I've been dating this girl for 3 months.
Okay.
It's exclusively.
Exclusively her.
Exclusively her.
And is she exclusively dating you?
I'm assuming.
Okay. Okay.
And I guess she's like, well, if we're exclusive, then therefore it should be a pololeo.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, but why do we gotta be so serious?
Why so serious? You gotta show her The Dark Knight. That shitty ass movie.
Yeah.
So
But
how does it work in the States, though? Is it the same way?
I feel like there's the implied relationship.
I mean, I know, but like, talk to like the audience.
Some women get the implied relationship between the United States and Chile. Some women understand, like, okay, there's trust, and that's part of the relationship. And I don't ask her, she doesn't ask me, but I think we both get it. That like, we're andando exclusively, right?
Okay.
And that's cool. And we don't have to say like pololeo.
Okay.
But then some girls just desperately need it.
Yeah, they need to hear the word.
In both cultures. But I would say in the United States, I think girls are a little better at understanding that it's like that implicit trust.
Uh-huh.
There's a little bit of suspicion here. And there's like
Yeah.
neuroticism with some Chilean women.
Oh,
Dude.
there's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Neurotic.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's funny because the way you say it, because to me, andando is to be not exclusive. Because you're just andando. Like, if you go out and, I don't know, you fuck around or whatever, it doesn't matter because está andando.
Yeah.
Just that. It's like, you know, like, andando is like the previous phase before a pololeo. It's like, we're going to check out, see how it works out. Maybe we can, you know, like, take the next step, which would be pololeo. But for now, we're just andando. But, yeah, I think, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that here they're more centered on, like, naming everything.
Yeah. Here, there has to be a fucking label.
Yeah.
And it can ruin a relationship, which is happening to me right now. Because I'm not good at labeling stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But do you think that the fact that she asked for you to label it is what made it go haywire? Or do you think that it was just like not working out and her asking for a label just totally ruined it?
It was like, yeah, there's always this level of like her needing it to be something serious. And me being like, well, let's hang out together exclusively. It's a real like millennial fucking thing to ask for, I feel.
Yeah.
Be like, yeah, we're together, but we're not pololeo, but we're together.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a weird thing. I think that's fucked up. But dude, she's 40. I'm 29.
What the fuck? Really?
So there's also
That's
the
why
generation
she's so
gap.
desperate then, you fuck. You should have started with that, man.
Yeah,
she's
dude,
40,
she's 40.
Of course. She wants to tie you down, man. The fucking young gringo.
Is that why?
I think so, man. I mean, if I was 40 years old and I was going out with a 29-year-old girl, I'd be like, yeah, man, I hope she fucking stays with me for the rest of my life. You know, I'm never going to fucking score a 29-year-old if
Is
I'm
that what
40.
it is?
I think. I don't know. I don't know her.
Yeah.
So I couldn't know, but I would think.
I'm asking you for something like I told you 2 things about my relationship.
Yeah.
What should I do?
Okay, what should I do? Yeah, I'm going to be like the love guru. Like Mike Myers. Yeah. I remember that I used to go out also with somebody that was really older than I was, but she was like my actual girlfriend.
Okay.
Back in Canada. I was 19 and she was like 36. And it was like a relationship for a while.
She was 36, you were 19.
And I was 19.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
Yeah. She fucking raped me, bro. Nice. You know, nice. Like, you know, like that episode from South Park? Nice. Yeah,
Nice.
just like that. Yeah. And it was awesome. I really liked it for like the 2 months that we were together. Because it was funny the way that she broke up with me, because it was a way that has never happened to me ever since. So
She like took you to an arcade. She's like, do you like Dance Dance Revolution? Just keep playing. I'm
Just
going to
keep
walk
playing,
away.
all right?
All right,
Okay,
just
I'll-
keep playing.
just- okay.
Enjoy yourself.
Yeah, this is where you belong.
I want the best for you.
No, so she's like, so I met her in Canada. So I met her. It's funny how we met because when I first started working there, I was like, okay, I'm a fucking immigrant. So what do I have to do first? Okay, first I need a bank account so I can get paid, you know? So I went to the bank and
I need a
opened
bank account and I need you to back that ass up.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, bank that ass up. So
Back that ass up.
So I went to open a bank account with her. I met her there, opening the bank account. And
you
I
open
was-
something else up a little later.
Yeah, a little later. And I was talking to her, and she's like, yeah, so this is a bank account, whatever. Stupid, boring shit. And she's like, tell me, though, where are you from? And I'm like, I'm from Chile. And she's like, oh, Chile, really?
They call me the gringuito.
They call me the gringuito, bitch. He's like, oh, really? Because you really have, like, East Indian features. You know? I thought you were, like, Lebanese. I'm like, no, that's just my nose, man. You know?
Alright.
And she's like, oh, and she started talking to me about shit about how she had driven to Edmonton the past week. And, you know, shit that your bank fucking representative does not talk about. So after that, I said, okay, I have my bank account. And 2 days later, I was like, okay, what's the next step? A driver's license. So I went to get my driver's license.
Okay.
And when I was waiting at the driver's license, I saw her. She went in.
Again?
Yeah, the same bank
Randomly.
representative. Randomly, yeah, she went in. Because I think she was also applying or doing whatever the fuck.
Okay.
And she saw me, and she's like, hey, could you tell me what time it is? You know, and I'm like, I don't know, it was 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock, Karen. She's like, oh, you know my name. Why? She's like, yeah, we just met like a couple of days ago. Oh, yeah, I remember. So what's going on? And we talked, and she's like, when we started talking, she's like, I live right here. And I'm like, really? Because I live right here. I'm like, wow, we're neighbors. You know, like, wow, that's so fucked up. I'm like,
We're
yeah.
already spooning.
Yeah. So I was like, we should drink some beers later on. She's like, yeah, I'm totally down for it.
Oh,
And
cool.
that's how it started. It started like, and that, I remember, to me, was really weird because since I got to Canada when I was 19. I remember that all my previous like sex experience or whatever, I was young, so it wasn't like, let's just hop into bed right away. You know, like first you would make out, then you would like cuddle, maybe, you know, oh, she grabbed my dick so I can grab a bit of boob now, you know, like that kind of shit. But when I met her, it was like, yeah, come on, you know, I like you, let's do this. And to me, I remember...
Older women, this is like...
Yeah.
I've noticed the same thing, too. It doesn't matter what culture. Like, women after a certain age...
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, I like you, let's fuck.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
There's nothing in between.
Nothing in between.
And if you do anything in between, it's like, what's up with that guy? Like,
Exactly, yeah, what a weirdo.
Touchy-feely and weird.
Yeah. Yeah, and that to me, I remember, was like a cultural clash because I was like, yeah, this would never happen in Chile. But actually, it would happen in Chile. It's just that in Chile, I wasn't dating 36-year-old women.
Okay.
So we started hanging out, and she had just broken up with a boyfriend of hers that lived in England.
Who was 17.
That lived in England. She had a long distance relationship, you know, and she was like, yeah, long distance relationships don't work. I'm like, I'm 19 and I know that, bitch. Come on.
Yeah.
You know, like you're not discovering the wheel here. So we started like dating because she was like the only girl I knew, and she was 36.
And she was foxy?
And she was foxy, yeah. Yeah, she had no kids or anything.
Oh, cool.
You know, and I was like, why is a 36-year-old this hot, single? And then I noticed why. And then I learned why.
She hasn't had her life force sapped from her. By
and she was fucking crazy, bro.
Mugoso.
Yeah.
And she was fucking crazy.
And she was fucking crazy.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, because I was like, man, she's 36 years old and she's hot. She has no kid, no boyfriend. Why? Because she was fucking crazy.
Oh, dude. What kind of crazy?
Okay, so one time I remember I went to her house, and she
had a gun in her hand. She has to get in the house right the fuck away.
Right the fuck, yeah. She had a knife. No. So when we started dating, she was like kind of breaking up with this fucking guy from England.
Okay.
Right? So
oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
The transition phase.
The
man.
transition phase. I was the rebound, right?
Yeah.
I was the rebound guy.
Yeah.
I didn't care because the fucking guy lived in England. You know, like
okay.
His dick can't be that long. You know. So I was like, yeah, whatever. And she was like dealing with that kind of shit. But to me, it was like such a no-brainer. I'm like, the fucking guy lives in England, man. Like, why are you getting all? She would have to call him like at 3 a.m. Like, you know, like,
wake him up.
Yeah, right. You know, like stupid shit like that. So I remember this one time I went, she called me over. She's like, yo, let's come over to my house, hang out. I ordered a pizza.
Yeah.
And let's have some beers and whatever. And fuck.
Okay.
So when I get there, she's sitting on this fucking ball that she used to sit at, like this little like rubber ball. And
like the Pilates?
Yeah, like those Pilates balls. Yeah, I'm telling you, she was hot, man.
She's a Jane Fonda.
She was
Foxy,
a Jane Fonda, Foxy.
36-year-old woman.
And she's like, when I knocked at the door, I heard her like arguing. Well, you know, you never wanted anything to do with me. You know, why didn't you tell me at the beginning? It's like some kind of that kind of shit. I was like, yeah, I don't know if I should come in.
Oh, yeah?
You know, but I'd already knocked the door. So I came in and she's like, hi, just wait for me over there and I'll be right over. You know, and I just sat in the living room and then she was in her room, you know, like yelling at the fucking phone.
Yeah.
And then suddenly I hear her like throw the fucking phone at the wall.
Oh no! Shit. That's why she's crazy.
Yeah, she's crazy. And I'm just sitting there and then she locks herself in the fucking bathroom. You know?
So it's cutting her wrist.
No.
Whole deal.
I didn't think she was gonna cut her wrist, but she did turn on like the water in the fucking en la ducha.
Weird.
¿Cómo se llama? En la tina.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, so I sat there and I remember that she had a book, so I started like reading the book. I had nothing to do. There was no fucking WhatsApp back there. So then I knock at her door. I'm like, "Are you okay? Like, should I leave?"
Yeah.
No. She says, "Don't worry, I'll be right out." Okay. You know, horny fucking 19-year-old. And I'm sitting there and nothing's going on. And then I knock at the door again. I'm like, I hope she hasn't fucking died or anything. You know,
Yeah.
like maybe she drowned herself. And I knock at the door again. She's like, "Are you okay?" And she sounded like, "Yeah, And I'm like, "Okay, I'm going to leave now. You know, like you're crying. You definitely have to go through this process on your own."
Yeah,
and
yeah.
she says, "Don't leave. I don't know what I could do." And I was like, "Oh, God."
Now you're in between.
Yeah, I'm in between. I could be an accessory to suicide. So I had to stay there, and it was gay. Then we had like really good sex, though.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, 'cause
Grief
she was
is
crazy.
nature's aphrodisiac.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, I think she must have been thinking like, "Oh, you know, I bet this fucking British guy could see me now, you know, riding this guy." Yeah, but she was crazy. So then 2 weeks, we were going out for like 2 months, and it's different. She's 36, and I'm 19. I'm like, "We should go out now," and she's like, "We should stay in and, you know, watch movies and eat toaster pizza." And I was more like, "Yeah, we should go to the fucking club and drink." And
We're going to my friend's backyard.
Yeah, you know.
He just got cigars, which Dutch Master, best quality.
Yeah, and she was more like, "Nah, we could stay in and cuddle." And I didn't mind the cuddling, but you know, like you're 19 years old, you know, like you can have sex and then just get dressed and be ready to do whatever the fuck, right?
Yeah.
When you're 36, like you have sex and then you're like, "Oh, I want to sleep now."
Totally true.
Yeah, so that was like kind of not working.
I'm in the transition right now, where I'm like, I used to like to go out all the time.
Yeah.
Now, like totally Netflix and chill. So much better. So much better.
So much better, right? So I remember this one day, it wasn't working out at all. And then one day she told me, "Hey, I got something to tell you." I'm like, "Okay." She's like, "I'm going to India." I'm like, "Really?" She's like, "Yeah, I bought my ticket," because she was like really hippie, fucking introspective,
Cool.
yoga bullshit.
Okay.
She's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go to India," because she always wanted to be an actress. That was like her goal, her frustrated goal.
Okay.
I got a friend of mine who has a friend who has another friend that works
In
with
Bollywood?
with a publicity agency in India.
Cool.
And they want me to do commercials for them. So I'm going to go and, you know, maybe I could kickstart my acting career. I'm like, "Cool." I'm like, "So when are you going?" She's like, "In 2 more weeks." I'm like,
Oh,
"Okay."
wow.
I'm like, "Okay, but when are you coming back, though?" And I thought, like, she went for the gig or whatever. She's like, I'm going to be there for a year and a half. I'm like, "Okay, so I guess we're breaking up."
I mean,
know,
that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But dude, that's better.
No,
I've noticed,
of course,
dude,
of
in all my
course.
experience, in all my experience, 29 years old on this earth, the relationships that have like a planned ending always
Yeah.
end well.
Yeah, they do.
I've had like 3 or 4 really good relationships where it's like, I'm with this girl, she's leaving next November because she has to go to Australia. Or I'm leaving to go to Chile, which
Yeah.
has happened to me when I was like 22 in college.
Okay.
I made the decision to go to Chile. You know, I was going to go in Christmas. And so then we were together for like 4 months, and it was really clear. We have a great fucking time.
Uh-huh.
Dude, awesome memories. Still have to this day.
Uh-huh. Fun
She
filled
knows-
months.
Fun months. She knows up front, motherfucker leaving.
Yeah.
You know, and she's cool with that.
Yeah. Might
And
as
then-
well fuck him while I get the chance.
Yeah. And then we have a great time. We go ice skating. We do the whole 9 yards. All right. Do like dancing, Xbox Connect. All right. Go out to meet her friends. We have a great time. Mario Kart, getting blowjobs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I leave, and we both cry. Dude, it's happened to me twice. We both like drop a tear, and then I go, and she's sad, and I'm sad for like a week, and then life
yeah.
goes on.
Life goes on.
and no one's fault because life fucking moves fast,
Exactly.
and it's great.
yeah. Well, see,
God.
to me, it wasn't bad because I already thought about ending it anyway. But I just found it weird the way that she was like, "Yeah, so I'm leaving." You know, like, okay, because it was like 2 weeks, 2 weeks notification.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Yeah, like, I would want to stay together with you, but you're gonna meet somebody else." You know, like,
But I just figured out that I'm 36 and you're 19.
Yeah.
Which is like, what are we doing?
exactly. You know, like you're gonna end up hating my guts, basically, which was
Yeah.
true. Which was true. I was already hating.
You
her.
already
I was already hating her.
I already fucking hated her.
Yeah. You know, except when she was naked. So, but yeah, that's my experience with. That was the only one that was like my girlfriend. And then afterwards, I used to go out with somebody that was married.
No, really?
Yeah,
That's wild.
that was funny. Yeah.
I've never been comfortable with pulling like really pata negra. I've never been good at that. Or
I
figuring
wasn't
out-
comfortable either, but I was like 20.
Okay.
And she was also way older. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me and older women, man.
Dude, I like older women too.
Yeah. I
don't-
think we all do.
Something that, dude, sounds weird. I kind of like cellulite. Is that
Really?
fucked up?
Not really. I
kinda
mean,
like
it's your
cellulite.
choice. You like cellulite.
Not like.
Not a fucking orange peel.
Yeah. I don't know how you describe it, man. Like fresh loaf of bread. Mm-hmm. Cellulite. I don't like that.
But what is it that you find attractive about cellulite?
I don't know. Don't ask me.
So you'd rather have like a cellulite ass rather than like a stretched out thin ass?
I would say just a slight bit of cellulite.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like, this
I
bitch
know-
is real.
Gotta have stretch marks.
Yeah.
C-section scar. No, I'm just kidding. I think just a little bit of cellulite. I think it's cool. You know, you learn about it. That's like a weird kink, I guess, from dating older women.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I've seen a lot of cellulite. I'm not turned off about it at all.
Yeah.
But it's not like, cellulite. No.
I've asked other people about this, and everyone seems to think no.
No, I don't mind it, but it's
Okay.
it's not like a turn on. It's not like, oh, if you have cellulites, then more points in my book. No, not really.
Okay.
But I don't mind it at all. I don't know. Is it true, these people that say like, oh, real women have cellulite and have stretch marks? Like, of course, everybody does. Like, is there a guy on earth that would be like, oh, cellulite? No, sorry, man, can't do that. Is
No,
there?
probably
I don't
not.
think so.
No.
Not at all. Especially men, man.
No.
Men are fucking pigs.
We're horrible. We're horrible beings.
Yeah, we're horrible human beings. So then,
But comparing relationships with Chilenas, going back to our original theme, relationships with Chilenas to relationships with women from the United States, is there a difference? I find Chilenas are a little more histéricas.
okay.
There's like two levels. There's like the girl that's really piola Chilena that like doesn't give a fuck to an extent where you're like, okay, she really doesn't care. Like,
Okay.
and it's good, but then it's like she doesn't care.
Yeah.
And then there's a girl that cares way too much, and everything is like blown out of proportion, and it's so exaggerated, and that is also life force sapping
Yeah.
as much as a child is.
But you know what? I find that there's a lot of men that like that. I've
Dude, I
heard.
don't like
I've
that.
heard. No, I can't stand that shit either.
It's the roller coaster. It's
Yeah.
the fucking. I didn't come for an amusement park.
Exactly.
I kind of did, but I didn't want the roller coaster to be so fucking
So
crazy.
steep, yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard of men that like that shit. That they're like, yeah, that way I know she likes me. You know, but I can't stand that kind of crap.
Dude, I say the wrong thing, and all of a sudden it's like, well, you said that 2 days ago.
Oh, you think that that's more like Chilean women?
A little bit to hold over your head. It's like, remember that time
You're
you
holding
got
a
drunk?
grudge.
Yeah, a little bit. Remember that time you got drunk and said this? That you just wanted this to be a physical relationship?
And
you
you're
didn't
like,
want to be
no, I don't
serious?
remember because I was drunk.
And I'm like, well, I was so drunk and we got in a fight and whatever, you know? And they'll just keep dangling it over your head for like a week, maybe longer.
Maybe longer.
You
yeah.
make a mistake, Chilenas will remind you of your mistake for a while.
Yeah.
And they'll hold on to it. I feel like gringas will be more understanding of mistakes like that.
Really?
A little bit.
That's interesting.
They're willing to
Yeah.
look past any like if you make a missed pass, I feel like gringos are a little better at like empathizing with a dude and being like, well,
I've said some stupid shit too.
yeah. They're a little better at that.
Yeah.
But there's the craziness too that like then there's the makeup sex and that's also cool. So it's under you know what you're getting into. It's two sides of the same coin, right? Double-edged sword.
Well, you see, but what do you think about the fact that you attract certain people? Because I remember once my mom told me, because I remember that I used to complain, and I would say something like, bueno, todas estas minas culiadas están todas locas. Así, like, man, you know, like the fucking te dan jugo. You know, like, where the fuck were you last night?
Dan
Why didn't you
jugo.
answer your phone?
Te dan jugo.
Te dan
Te
jugo.
llaman todo rato.
Yeah, you know,
Pasai,
vamos a
maldito.
pelear terrible brígido maldito conche tu madre. And then I remember my mom once said, yeah, but look at you and look at your lifestyle. You attract those kind of people. You know, you can't blame it all on them. You know, which is
True.
like what a friend of mine told me once too, El Pancho, así que, that I told him that I had been cheated on like 3 times, like 3 different girlfriends.
Is true?
And yeah, and he was like, then maybe it's your fault, you know? But I think that he meant it as in my fault as I was picking like the wrong women.
Well, where'd
To
you
be
go to
related
find those
to.
women? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that there's a little bit of that. And since we are all Chilean here, we kind of tend to attract those type of people for whatever fucked up reason. Because when I was in Canada in the States, I remember that Well, I never had like a long-term relationship with anybody like from overseas. They were always like 4 months, 5 months, or just fucking. You know, nothing like an actual relationship.
That's what's great about traveling. Because everybody knows up front what your fucking status is. He's a traveler.
Yeah.
And if somebody's, if she's cool with it, she's cool with it.
Yeah.
If she's not, then you're still a traveler guy, and you'll find somebody,
But I mean, the fact that right now, like, you're 49-year-old woman, or 39, how old was she, sorry?
She's 39, going on 40.
Going on 40. So, do you think that maybe you attracted this crazy person, and that it could be a little bit of your fault? Or
Don't you dare put this on me.
I mean, no, I'm just like an honest question.
No,
like,
absolutely.
could it be that?
Absolutely. That's
Yeah.
how life works.
Yeah.
Like everybody you meet if you're going to be friends with them and hang out with them along, it's, of course.
It also has to do with you. But I do think, though, I do agree that Chilean girls are a bit more possessive.
Yeah. And they
bit
look
more-
more to both sides.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think just because Latino men are also like more likely to be like, you know what? I'm the guy, you know what I mean? Like, I like
Yeah.
you got your girl, got Jai, and then you go other places, man.
Yeah, like,
They're a little more like that.
they're prone to cheating and shit.
I think
'Cause
it's
I'm a man,
It's a more
sorry.
cultural. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more expected.
Now it's like, what do you expect, man? I'm a man.
Of course, there's cheating in the United States, but I think it's like it's not the like par for the course. If
Yeah.
somebody cheats, it's like they got to go out of their way. Whereas like if a guy's cool, in South America, it's like then he's probably cheating. If he's a cool guy,
Yeah, if he's a cool guy.
it's assumed. It's like a level of your like how
How cool you are.
yeah
Yeah.
how like comfortable are you with like you being the man? Because if you're really the man, then you can fucking cheat and you get away with it and fuck it.
But also, there's a lot of insecurity, I find in Chilean women, especially now that we got like all the Venezuelans and Colombians and shit. Like, I find that, well, I'm not related to anybody else, but like I've seen like with friends of mine or whatever that women have grown like really insecure.
Yeah,
Because because you got
I don't
like
know.
these-
I just see the women now, and I
Yeah.
say they're kind of insecure. Some of them.
Yeah. But I think that has happened also because of immigration. So you got like, you walk down the street, aquí mismo, one Plaza de Armas or whatever, they're like fucking crazy hot fucking chicks, And they don't have fucking green cards. Like, they're there for the taking, man. Your face, man, I love it.
But dude, you've been to Plaza de Armas. We were just there.
Yeah, we were just
filming
there.
the video.
No, but I'm not talking
I'm
like
not-
about the
that's
hookers.
not the place I go to look for attractive
no,
women.
of course not. But I mean, there is a lot more attractive women now than, I don't know, 6 years ago.
Really?
For example, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because of all the immigration. And also, they are going to be more interested in Chilean people because it's something new, right? It's different. It's
Sure.
like if you go to the States, obviously you're going to hook up with a chick from the States and vice
sure.
versa.
It's funny when you hear like Chilean dudes that are like, man, I love gringas, man.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. For me, it's like a sister,
Exactly,
Like,
yeah.
It's not the same for me.
Yeah, it's like when you hear black guys like, no, las chilenas son ricas y me gustan. ¿Cachai? Yeah, obviously, because it's something that they're not used to.
It's genetic. It's genetic, right? You're genetically attracted to what's different to you.
Yeah.
Because then it's ensured that your genetics will be good.
Yeah.
Because if you fuck your cousin, there's a good chance you're gonna have bad genetics to that baby.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fucking, yeah, duck-webbed fucking feet.
Which I haven't gotten over the cousin like hanging out. Dude, I've hung out with 2 girls who I asked them like point blank, like, your cousin? Have you hung out with cousins before?
Uh-huh.
And they said yes.
Oh,
Point blank.
God.
Oh God.
God.
Yeah, man. Quick way to ruin a relationship.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, but I think like when you go back to the point about jealousy and all that, I think a lot is insecurity on women and also on men, man. Like, I think here men are really insecure.
Dude, I'm somewhat insecure.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you find yourself insecure like on your looks?
No.
Or then what is it? What is it that makes you feel insecure?
Because I date women that are like really good at meeting people and being like hanging out with random people, and they're
And you're like,
they like
I could
the
be
party.
replaced.
They like the
Yeah.
party, and I think exactly. Like at any moment, she could just call up her friend, and it's like in between relationships, she has friends that are hookup friends, that are also friends. They're just hang out, and then I get to meet these dudes along the way.
Yeah.
And they're all fine.
Yeah.
But they tell me, I know, like, oh, she's fucked this guy.
Yeah, that's gotta suck.
And it's tough, dude. And like they keep rolling through. Here's another one. Here's another one. Here's another one. And I guess I do the same thing in some way, but I try not to present those women to the girl I'm dating.
No, that you can just keep it to yourself, man.
Yeah. So it's like, it's tough. It's tough to they're just reflecting my own lifestyle and the girl I'm dating. But then to see it presented from the girl I'm dating, it freaks you out a little bit. Even if the girls, if I were to bring these girls that I had sex with to hang out, that are my friends.
Yeah, she would feel fucking insecure too.
Dude, yeah.
Of course.
God.
Yeah, she's seen you naked before. You've been inside her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had moments. And then we saw movies. And we reflected
saw into
upon
each other's souls.
Then we reflected upon everything. And, got the call back. I guess I was selected to go to Hollywood from American Idol or whatever. Yeah. It was like, and so was she. And she had the same thing. Oh, God. Yeah. It's tough, man.
Yeah, it's tough. It's hard.
Dude, modern dating, I feel like is not as easy as it was before.
Wow. See, that I couldn't say because I've been in a relationship for like 8 years now. But I've always thought, like, whenever I think, like, okay, what would happen if I break up? I don't think I could date. Because of what you say, I find like everything is so harder now.
Now everybody's fucking everybody.
Yeah.
And you're just thrust into this crazy game. And I don't know.
It would be nice if you're also into like, fucking, I don't care. But since we're older, we do care a little bit about, that kind of shit.
No matter what. No matter what.
Yeah. Even the people that say that they're like polyamorous or whatever, you still care a little bit, man. Nobody's going to like that. Nobody's going to be like, I fucked this other guy. Oh, I kind of feel a little bit bad. It's obvious.
It sits in your conscience somewhere, And like, but before, when it's like, okay, I have a serious relationship, and you move from one serious relationship to another semi-serious relationship, that's more common. Mm-hmm. I feel like there's more trust too in that. I don't know, man. I go through these questions myself, man. Like,
yeah, no, I understand. It happens to me too. I mean, not as much because, like I said, I've been in a relationship for like 8 years now. But I do see, like, with friends of mine or whatever, it's hard to date now. Plus, you got all the fucking Facebook and Instagram and shit. Back in my day, nothing new. Like, now, imagine you could obsess over somebody, like, really easily. I'm going to go check her Instagram page. Oh, who the fuck is this guy that gave her a like? Yeah. Oh, look at how he answered.
Exactly.
Is something going on, Like,
then you know about everybody's past.
Exactly.
And before you could hide it. And before just, I guess, like, implied. And you could make peace with, like, what is an idea, but now you see it. This is the guy she used to fuck.
Yeah, this is him.
And she's still friends with him, and they still send, like, little kissy messages all the time on Facebook.
Yeah.
And shit, it's still happening to this day. And she's got, like, and her friends still come back because now it's different. It's cool to have, like,
I think now people are more prone to insecurity because of all this shit.
It's like we suddenly have these new rules and customs, but we're not, like, emotionally prepared for them.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah, there's no discipline that came. Instagram came along, but nobody said, okay, this is the way that you got to deal with it. This is the way that you should look at it. No, it's just like,
Tinder,
here it is, go. Yeah, Tinder. I never got to deal. Have you been in Tinder ever?
Yeah.
So is Tinder especially just for fucking or not really?
I mean, it's for, like, dating, too.
Dating, okay. But it's not like, hey, we matched, so what time are we fucking? It's not like that?
Some people are like that, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I don't present like hey, what's up? I'm here to fuck tonight. Like, I don't want that either, really, because I don't want to date some girl who's just constantly fucking all the time,
Yeah, but what if you only want to fuck and you don't want to date? Then that could work,
Tinder
too.
for that, yeah.
Yeah, so Tinder can work for that.
I've ended up going, like, dating two girls semi-seriously through Tinder.
Okay.
Yeah. Simultaneously, actually, at the same time.
Simultaneously, yeah. Well, that's why you're andando, because you're choosing, like, from one or the other.
Yeah. And then I ended up choosing a girl that was unrelated to the Tinder girls. But it's cool.
There you go, yeah.
Yeah, but no, Tinder is a pretty cool application. Mm-hmm. It's pretty dope. It worked.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like now, looking back on it, it worked really well. What can I say?
Yeah. Yeah, I never got the chance to test it out. But I think maybe I would have some kids by now. If I had gone on the Tinder scene.
I've taken some dumb risks, and I thank God. I don't have any children.
Oh, God. Everybody takes such fucking stupid risks.
Stupid risks.
Oh, God.
Wow.
That's because you're fucking horny, because you're thinking with your dick.
Man. What am I? Some dumb risks, man.
Yeah, of course. Oh, we all have.
What was that Eddie Murphy joke? When he's like, I played craps many nights, man. I've been out there. You got a crazy bitch. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I got sexually transmitted disease. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I got the perfect girl. Oh, like.
Yeah, and especially like STDs now. Well, that could be a word of the day. STD, well, not really. It's not like word of the day, but STD is a sexually transmitted disease.
In Spanish, it's STI?
Es ETS, enfermedad de transmisión sexual.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
STD, your word of the day.
Yeah, there you go, an STD.
Balanced breakfast.
Yeah, now those are like on an all-time high now, the STDs.
Are they?
Yeah.
Of course, right?
Of course.
Everyone's fucking, right?
Yeah, everybody's fucking with
That's
everybody.
another factor. Oh, man.
Yeah, because I remember when I was growing up, you would wear a condom because you didn't want to have a kid. Like STDs were like, you knew that they existed, but they were like, nah, not gonna happen to me, man. You know, like they were really, they were really far down the line. You know, like I use a condom because I don't want no fucking baby.
Yeah.
You know, and also it's good for STDs, cool. You know, but it was always like babies. But now, yeah, it's like, can you imagine like fucking not using a condom with somebody from Tinder? No.
Of course not.
There you go, see? Dumb fucking risks.
Why would I do such a thing? You're right, dude. Yeah.
What about kids, though? I remember, was it you who told me? No, it wasn't you. I think it was Nicole that told us, like, this one girl, they went to a party and then she got pregnant in a fucking party. Like, how the fuck does that happen? 2019, man.
There's so many things
everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, like I can imagine in the 60s, maybe, you know, but there's sex education everywhere.
Yeah.
How the fuck does that still happen? Oh, I went to a party, got knocked up.
I don't know, man. Sometimes
Scary.
you just lose track of things.
Yeah.
And I've gotten away with some stuff too. At the end of the day, you know what? We're all guilty. And thank God I can have this conversation with you right now and not be like, oh, by the way, I got to check up on my
On my little
3-year-old
bastard.
and 4-year-old.
Cool. So, I think that's it for today.
Huh?
We'll be back next week with more What Where. Anything that you would like to add before we close this episode? Well, to check out for the video that's coming.
Should be on Friday.
Should be out on Friday.
Yeah. Which might be, we'll see when the podcast comes out, but.
Yeah. I can upload it like between today or tomorrow. So
all right, cool.
It should be up soon. So check
and
out
the Instagram page if you haven't liked it.
Check out Instagram page, Chris's Instagram page, which is Gringo Moran, and also What Where has an Instagram page.
I was saying What Where, yeah.
What Where Podcast. So you can go follow us there, and then next time we'll have some questions from the audience.
Cool.
Because we should have done it today, but we didn't do it.
Yeah, and hopefully next time we get the black guy. Lester Ransom.
Yeah, we're talking about having a guest here. Yeah, we got to totally start bringing guests.
Yeah,
man.
we're going to start getting some guests. First being Lester Ransom from Morandé con Compañía.
Yep, there you go. The black guy. All right, so we'll see you next week. Thanks for tuning in to What Wea Podcast, and besito.
Besito.